The air in Oakhaven always felt heavy on Sundays. It was the weight of faith, some would say. Pastor Gideon's sermons were legendary, his voice a booming wave that washed over the congregation, leaving them cleansed and trembling. They called him the Shepherd, and for years he held the flock of Oakhaven Baptist Church spellbound. His words offered solace, his presence a strange comfort. Pastor Gideon was a pillar of the community. He was their moral compass. People traveled from neighboring towns to witness his charisma firsthand. His sermons were more than just religious lectures. They were theatrical performances that left a mark on the soul. They spoke of hope, of redemption. They spoke of the boundless love of God, but most importantly, they spoke of the dangers of straying from the righteous path. But time, like faith, can be a fickle thing. It can erode even the strongest foundations, leaving behind cracks of doubt and despair. The pews that were once overflowing now had rows of empty seats. The once packed church now echoed with the silence of absent parishioners. The years had taken their toll on Pastor Gideon, too. His once powerful voice now wavered. His gaze lost some of its intensity. The weight of his dwindling flock pressed down on him. The town was changing. Modern ideas crept in like weeds, choking the roots of their beliefs. The younger generation found little solace in the fire and brimstone sermons of their parents. Pastor Gideon felt his influence waning, his control over the town slipping through his fingers like sand. Desperation began to gnaw at his soul. He yearned for the days when his every word was law, when his church was the heart of Oakhaven. He spent hours in his study, poring over scriptures, searching for answers. He needed something powerful, something that would draw the people back to him, something that would solidify his place as their spiritual leader. Late one night, while sifting through his grandfather's belongings, he stumbled upon a solution, a dark and terrible solution. An ornately carved wooden chest lay hidden at the bottom of his grandfather's trunk. Inside, nestled amongst yellowed parchment and strange artifacts, was a book. Bound in what looked like human skin, its pages filled with cryptic symbols and ancient text. It was a grimoire, a book of forbidden knowledge, a testament to his ancestors' unholy dalliance with the occult. As he read, his heart pounded in his chest. The words whispered of an ancient ritual, a pact with an entity of immense power. It spoke of sacrifices, of blood, of a power that could bend reality itself. Fear warred with temptation within him. This book, this knowledge was dangerous, blasphemous. Yet he couldn't tear his eyes away. The ritual promised to grant him the power to revitalize his church, to bring his flock back to the fold. It was a chance to reclaim his lost glory, to assert his dominance over Oakhaven once more. But the price, oh, the price was steep. The air was thick with incense, the stench almost unbearable. Pastor Gideon, cloaked in a dark robe, stood before the altar. His heart hammered against his ribs, a frantic drumbeat in the stillness of the church. The grimoire lay open on the altar, its pages illuminated by flickering candlelight. He had chosen to perform the ritual on the night of the full moon, its ethereal glow filtering through the stained glass windows, casting long dancing shadows across the pews. He picked up the ceremonial dagger, its bone handle cold against his skin. He looked out at the empty pews, his heart heavy with a mixture of fear and anticipation. He knew there was no turning back. He was in too deep. His desperation had driven him to the brink of madness, and he was ready to take the plunge. This was his salvation. This was his damnation, and he was about to unleash it upon the world.